What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though?
Welcome to another episode of On the Rocks. Your boy B, and as you can see, I got my boy Detroit back with me for another week. We got some business to finish, so we're gonna obviously dive into it. If you have not poured yourself a drink by now, I strongly suggest that you do so. We're gonna dive into some deeper shit than we did last week, and if you missed last week's episode, make sure you go onto YouTube and check it out. It'll be up on Twitch for a little while longer, but the YouTube you can follow it indefinitely. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and make your comments. All right. We're saying, my boy. What's up?
Life's good, baby.
How's your week been?
Man, week is amazing. Every day is mentally amazing, man.
That's
Good
what's
day
up.
every day.
That's what's up.
You know how was yours?
Man, it was a struggle.
It was a struggle.
But I woke up every day.
That's all that matters.
You know?
I was on the wake up list.
Yeah. Gave thanks for it. And we're here getting it done. Big shout out to Shay once again. Shay will be joining us soon. So one big shout out going out to her, and of course all the UK listeners and followers out there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. So I think I've just given you guys enough time to one, get your drink, two, tell a friend, two, tell a friend, two, tell a friend. That we are live on Twitch. Join the chat and get involved. I don't have an off the rock story this week, and last week was pretty wild in terms of the ambulance and the road and the potholes.
I got one.
Yeah.
You see one? I seen one today.
No, talk to me.
Oh man, we're not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna disclose any color or anything. But a lady stabbed her lover 100 times in a marijuana-induced rage.
Bro, wait a minute. I do have one. Say what? No, go ahead. Phil, we're gonna come back to you.
Her date 100 times in a marijuana-induced frenzy.
What do you guys find?
She got 100 hours community.
Hold on. Time out. Wait. My question. Who's claiming that it was marijuana induced?
Well, that's
and
what
not
the judge,
an emotional stress. Because I've
said,
never heard marijuana making somebody
the
go
judge
off like
said
that.
she couldn't control her actions due to the marijuana-induced
Bullshit.
frenzy.
Bullshit.
Stabbed her date 100 times.
Nah.
100.
No, bro.
And got 100 hours community service.
No.
100 hours community service.
I want to go back to the marijuana induced part. That bro. I've never heard of somebody.
No,
that's
off the
That's off the rocks. Yeah, no doubt. For those of you who don't know what Off the Rocks is basically a story that's come across our timeline, something that's pretty credible. And you can actually go on the internet and read it. It's pretty much like a well I never, and it is off. That's wild.
Woman 33.
Stabbed her date 100 times. Weed induced. Nah, I don't believe it.
100 hours community service.
I don't believe it.
As judge said, she has no control over her actions after cannabis caused psychotic break.
I would like a social inquiry on this woman.
You see how easy it was to pull it up?
It was.
Daily Mail.
I would like a social inquiry on that lady.
Right now.
No, real talk. Because she's got to be emotionally going through something.
Got pictures leaving court, everything. 100%.
All right, so my off the rocks. You guys heard about the dentist in Jamaica?
No.
Dentist. She was getting about to catch a flight to Vegas. You saw it? She was catching a flight to Vegas, and she had apparently a mental breakdown. Took all off her clothes.
I seen it.
Yeah.
I seen it,
bro. That's off. That
lost it.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Lost it.
Bro, I watched the video once, and I was like, I was trying to make sense out of it, but I didn't really Yeah, I was just like, yo,
If
mental well-being
well, mental
is
health, that's just a bigger
real,
issue. Mental health is real, man. Y'all get yourself checked,
real
man.
shit. Like,
Talk to somebody.
talk to somebody. That part.
Let it out, baby. Let it out.
Facts. Talk to somebody.
In the airport.
In the airport, yeah. Oh, mercy. Wow. Wow. All right, you guys, if you have not pulled yourself a drink by now, I strongly suggest you do so. Also, jump in the chat. We about to play the game. This one, would you rather? Last week we talked about Crocs. We talked about what was it? What was the other one?
Slides, Crocs, and
Slides and Crocs and slides and no cell phone. No cell phone, no human interaction. All right, you ready? I got 3 for you this week. All right, you guys jump in the chat. Let me know which one would you rather. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm about to hit you with a real hard one to kick this one off. And I've used it before, and I like to know the answer of what some of these people will say. It's no ifs, ands, no middle parts. It is what it is. Would you rather have an innocent man go to prison or a guilty man be free?
Guilty man be free. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Just because I would never want an innocent man to go to prison, I would have to say guilty man be free. I got some family members who locked up right now. I know y'all ain't do it. I know y'all ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? I wish y'all was home with us right now celebrating, but 2025, we know you come home. Let's get it. We waiting on you to come home too. Can't say no names, but you know what it is. Big party.
All right.
Yeah.
Next one. Would you rather watch a comedy or a horror?
I would have to, after a long day, wind down. I'd rather watch a comedy. I think it'd be a lot more funnier for other reasons. I think the comedy would be funny after.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
A long day and a.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I think the comedy would be.
I'm a production guy, so I like watching horrors.
I love a horror.
I find a horror actually. Some horrors are pretty funny, Some horrors are funnier than some comedy.
I laugh at a lot of horrors because I think I'm a low key producer. You know what I'm saying? So when I see the funniness, I'm like, oh,
like you're tearing the tail out of it. Like
I can't know when you're
taking the
piss.
Like
Like, give me a little. Hey, I watched one though.
Stunt man don't look like a stunt man.
I watched one probably a couple weeks ago, Christmas, called Thanksgiving or something like that.
It's a horror?
Dog.
Serious?
Man, the goriest shit you ever brought. You want to see something you would never think, you would never know who gonna die next. This is what you need.
What's it called?
Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna put it on my list. I'm gonna put it on my list.
Go check it out. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on my list.
Let's get it.
Would you rather have a vacation home on the beach or a vacation home in the mountains?
After living here for so long and just, peace and isolation and meditation and, the air quality is different. And I'd rather take the mountains, man. I've been beachside my whole life. Traveling vacations, we all want to go see a beach. We've been to 20,000 beaches, but we ain't been to 20,000 mountains,
Facts.
So I'd rather have a nice glass chateau. You know what I mean? And
now you talking.
Look out.
Now you talking.
Yeah, like true. That'll be lit.
True. All right, I take that. I take that option as well. You guys feel free to jump in the chat and answer as well. All right, my last one for tonight. Would you rather spend $100 on clothes or $100 on food?
It's easy food. It ain't even no
easy.
Question. It ain't what's on me. It's in me anyway.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing I can put on me that's gonna make you overlook what I got in here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going food. I'm a food retard, man. I'm going crazy for the food for sure.
What's your go-to then?
Like where?
All right, $100. That's it. Where you going?
Anywhere in the world.
You got to spend the whole 100 Anywhere in the world. Where you
Man,
on food? What you eat?
On food, I'm going Coney Island, Detroit. We getting grilled chicken pita, chili cheese fries. You already know what it is. You already know. You from Detroit. You from Detroit. You know what Coney Island is. Go Google Coney Island. We going Coney Island, Zorba's Coney Island, Fingerland, Greenfield. It ain't even there no more, but that was my childhood staple. We get chili cheese fries. We get chicken pita. We get motherfucking mild wings fried hard with the sauce and the Parmesan on top. You already know. The hot lemon pepper. I'm trying to tell you, fries. We gonna spend that whole $100.
The whole $100. All right.
Spend about $8 on drinks. We going crazy with the food.
Sure. Sounds good.
Just like that.
Sounds good. Hey, you guys, just so that you know, I was just thinking about it as you was talking about all that food. Restaurant week is upon us. So get your date night, go support some of these proper restaurants that have some proper food, and try out restaurant week. It goes right up until I think February after Valentine's. So
I'll get you
don't
some
forget
of that good food.
Yeah.
Good local catch of the
definitely.
day.
I'm a partake in the actual start.
Spin back with your community.
Started this weekend. I'll be jumping on restaurant week. I think I got 2 restaurants I gotta check out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna check that out. So by next week I should have a report on where I went, what I ate, so on and so forth, and go from there. All right. If you have not poured yourself a drink by now, we
toast today, my boy. Cheers.
Cheers.
Health, wealth, prosperity, baby.
If you have not poured yourself a drink by now, you definitely need to. We are about to just jump back into what we started or finished last week in terms of what you were talking about, with people living a familiar hell rather than an unfamiliar heaven. We're going to start off from there. And for those of you who missed it, again, we are, the show is available up on YouTube, so you can go check that out. And then, of course, once this is done, go back and check it out as well. So people would rather live in a familiar hell than an unfamiliar heaven.
Yes. If they know what chaos is coming, they love it. You know, it's not even a habit. It's even more than a habit. They become accustomed to it. You know how many toxic relationships where they can go to work and seem normal, but go home and they gotta be in toxicity. You got some people who a good person is not for them. You know what I mean? Some people cannot be loved, and that's real. I'm sticking to that. You know, some people rather chaos. Things go too good, they gotta put you in that box. Like, nah, this can't be true. I gotta do some retarded shit. I gotta wig out. You know what I mean? I ain't ready for that. But
do you think that those people are? Do you think that was taught, or that's just in them to be that way?
I mean, okay, to break it down, what my synopsis would be, you know, in our culture, we're raised to be independent. You know, in other cultures, you know, and we gonna touch on this, and I don't kill me, ladies, you know, but you know, in other cultures, they're raised with skills to be wives. We're raised, you know, over here, of course, we're raised with skills, but we're raised to be independent. And we stick to this independent faction when we know we're greater together, you know. But as you know, dive into your independent world, everything's not going to be on the silver platter, so you might struggle. So that independentness becomes into a survivalist. You get me? So you survive, and it's a survivalist situation. So that means, you know, you go through your whole life being a survivalist. When you get in a relationship, it takes 2 things to happen, and you're like, fuck it, I'm gone. Right. Because that familiar hell is there for you. You know, that familiar hell was there. But that unfamiliar heaven is accountability. It's growth. Let's sit down. Let's talk this out, baby. You ain't going nowhere. Sit down. Let's work this out. We ain't going to sleep mad.
I think part of what you're talking about when it comes down to accountability can actually draw back to the way that some of these youth and teenagers are seeing relationships nowadays.
Right? I mean, and it's big. That's big. I mean, you know,
because at teenage, I see, you know, certain teenagers who are or trying to build relationships don't know anything about healthy relationships.
I mean, if to be honest, you know, some of these relationships that's been lasting for 30 years or 40 years, we often give them their props.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of those got toxicity in them as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, the amount of couples that sleep in separate bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of couples who fake it for the camera and go home.
Oh yeah.
Got outside lives and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
that's okay within your house. But like I said, man, nowadays, you know, I think that it's best for the parents to sit these children down at a reasonable age, the 12s, the 16s, and you know, give them a structure or a guideline on what to expect, what not to expect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, you can't do everything.
But I mean, we're at a state, right? And I think it's pretty critical to understand that state that this country is pretty much in when it comes down to being able to sit these kids down and explain to them. My explanation to my kid is not going to be the same as next dad's explanation.
Exactly,
to that kid, right? Because they grew up maybe different. They probably grew up with their mama and daddy. You know,
everybody's going to be different.
His mom's ass, like you know what I mean. And somebody else grew up with mama and daddy in the same house, loving each other in front of their face.
Exactly.
You know, and so that conversation is going to be a bit different.
It's going to vary for everybody. But see, the thing is now, right? I think it's more than a conversation. It has to do with a little more freedom regulation. When you get a certain age, your peers have way more influence than your parents,
bro.
You know, so your parents can be the greatest ever.
Mm-hmm.
But if what's going on? What happened, my boy?
You okay?
Hold on, technical difficulties.
Okay, none of you guys do this. Nominated for a Grammy.
Yes. You just found that out.
So they didn't. He did it. But for those of you who did not hear him, Collie Buds is nominated for a Grammy. But
I know. Yeah.
No. In real talk, that is actually pretty. That is actually pretty big. I was having a conversation about him yesterday in terms of, I was listening to a party. The guy was really bigging him up hard, in Florida, and so yeah, big up to him. I know his tour was pretty successful, and so yeah, I wish the brother much success.
Sure. All my Detroit people, we in Bermuda right now, so that's why we jumped on the Collie Buzz. I don't want y'all to get lost. You know, big up Collie Buzz, big up Bermuda.
No doubt. But we were on the conversation varying in terms of
the different advice that you get, and like I said, peers.
Mm-hmm.
Your peers are gonna have more influence than your parents at a certain age. I mean, you're gonna see them more. And what if moms want to work, 2-3 jobs to give you that life?
Oh yeah.
Live. You're gonna have a lot of extra time by yourself, and with these phones and internet and everything accessible, man, it take them 30 days to get in the habit.
I'm gonna be pretty transparent, and those people who follow podcasts know what I deal with. I've got 4 children, right? And so 3 of my 4 kids are of teenage stage, right? And so I say to my kids, I want to know who your friends are, right? So I say to my daughter, listen, you want to go somewhere? Who you going with? I just need to know who they are. My daughter, quick. Oh, Jessica, Amber, she'll name off the friends. My son, boy, listen.
Pulling teeth.
This guy,
pulling teeth.
My friends. Who's your friends? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Who's your friends? So everything is his friends. So I put something in place. He tore the tail out of going out with his friends, right? So I put something in place and was like, listen, you can't go nowhere with nobody until I meet your friends. That's it. And I sat him down and said to him, listen, if I don't like your friends, it's not for me to say you can't go with them, but I'm going to let you know that I don't like your friend. Your decisions that you make that's on you. I will give you the freedom to make the right decision. But I'm gonna let you know I don't like Justin. Like
So
I don't like the way Justin moves. Like I don't want you to.
Instead of taking your son and cutting off contact with Justin, you would let him still kick it with you.
Good.
Oh yeah, okay,
But you know my standard.
understood.
You know you know what's happening in this house, right? You know, one, don't tarnish my last name. Don't let me hear something from somebody else. Like, you know, don't let me find out you're doing shit that you shouldn't be doing.
Understood.
Bottom line, Justin wants to go do it, and you're not doing it, bro. But it's a decision that you have to make. We all had to. We at a certain age, it might be too late for me to tell him, you know, don't make that decision.
Yeah, I understand. And like I said, man, the way life's set up, man, they got time.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think, man, when we was in school, you got to think back when I was in school. All we did, we spent so much time thinking of how to beat the system, how to hang where we wanted to hang, how to get a ride, bro. You got assignments, and you like, fuck, I just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let somebody tell you got an hour and a half ride to get to the party. You'll find a way to get there and get back. You're going to get there and get back. You're going to make sure. What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he just said it like that.
He said you can't go hang on.
There's no hanging with it.
You see what I mean?
It's gonna be different.
It's gonna be different, right? And for me, if I don't like Justin, I'm still not gonna tell you you can't go with him. You want to go football game, hang out with him? Listen, I'm telling you to your face, and I'll tell Justin to his face, I don't really like you, bro. I don't like what you're about. Something that this kid wants to hang around you for, but he knows full well if you come in this house and I found out, I'm going upside your head, bro.
So I think it, and we got a drink champ set going on around here. We got people in here, they're gonna be chiming in, we're gonna be talking to them as well. But you know, I got somebody in here from the US, like me, and I kind of feel your pops because it's different for us versus here. And I want to know if you can attest to this. Here, the 12-year-olds still children. You know, they're kids. Like 12 and 13, you are a kid. That's how it's supposed to be, and that's why I clap it up and kudos here. But growing up, you know, I could name 4 12-year-olds that had cars. You know, that you could see driving, that you could see coming through the block driving. A car? You mean a car with 15,000 on it? 12. Yes, bro. I got names. You look at the name. Yeah, 13. Man, I'm talking about a Buick Regal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes. Pistol on his lap. 8,000-9,000 hanging out his pocket. Blunt. Yeah, 12. So it's like, you know, when I see kids here, and that's why my threshold for and so to speak violence, you know, we're all against violence, but my threshold is a little different. Like what they think might be gangster here, we might be like, John was 11.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah.
You got called with this at 15. You know what I'm saying? And I think the conversations for us in here would be different. I mean, you know, when you go to school here, you know, 12 and 13 in the States is dice games, and you know, it's cars and it's money and it's gonna be guns in the building. I don't care what you talk, what school you can think of, what metal detector you can think of in the US. I mean, who don't like guns? And right now the youth got a very big infatuation with these
they
guns,
do.
Man.
They do.
And I mean, but the misconception is that a gun give you a certain status. But babies kill babies. So it's nothing gangster about having a firearm if you're not properly trained to have a firearm. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's the training
factor.
You
Yeah,
know,
definitely the training factor. Oh boy, what? Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same thing. And they blame guns. And the reason why guns are so big, and that's your argument just right there. because guns don't kill people.
People kill people.
See, the thing is, they can't. They can't. But another thing that we're gonna touch on that the public might not be privy to, we got provable situations in multiple urban cities where caches of guns were left. They were dropped in our neighborhoods. Man, you better do the research, Mike. There's a lot going on, baby.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
You got caches of
happening.
guns dropped in Chicago. And drop niggas know, you want to know a major fact? Go look up, go on the internet and look up. Go find me a gun store in Chicago. I'll wait. Find me a gun store in Chicago, I'll wait. Rockford, Illinois. Naperville. Places like that. And another thing that you don't realize is Rockford, Illinois crime was actually a lot higher than Chicago's crime in multiple years recently. But you don't even know what Rockford, Illinois is. But the agenda has pushed this urban African-American city and blow it up.
In the cities?
Like you said,
it's an agenda. They want you to think this. They're not in Chicago. You'll find some gun stores in Illinois. They're outside of Chicago. You won't find Me Too gun stores in Chicago, Illinois. You won't. You can look at, you can go Google. You won't. Go look at it. Go get on Bing, my boy.
Hey, it's one thing, right?
No gun stores in Chicago, my boy.
Somebody say something. You know how fast people jump on
outside
Google,
of Chicago.
Google for
you
facts.
Can't find a gun store in Chicago, my boy. Think about the violence that they the propaganda that you showed. You would think Chicago got a gun store on every corner. Yes, nigga. Where they getting them from? I'm talking about military grade weapons. Grades. No. Where they going? We're going to the gun store. Where these guns coming from? Boy, you got everybody in Chicago. Not only got a gun, they got switches. They got everything. And you know, if y'all don't know what a switch is, it's a small switch on the back of the. Yep, we ain't gonna talk about it. But they're illegal and they all over the world. But Chicago, they prevalent. You know, all these major cities, everybody got them. You know, you got magazines this long. You know what I'm saying? Giraffe legs. You know what I'm saying? Moons, all of that. The pancakes and the waffles, they are on handguns. All there. And how do you get them? Where are they getting them from? Where are they getting these fancy drums from? Where are they getting these magazines from? Where are they getting these armor-piercing bullets from? Where are they getting all this stuff from? It's not the gun store. You know what I'm saying? It's not the gun store.
When it comes to a handgun,
21. Got to be 21. Strict background check. Strict.
Right, and actually have to get a license to carry it.
Yes.
So when you think of how are these young boys, 15, 16, 18, getting these guns,
right?
Okay, I have a question, right?
Yeah.
Yes. White kid in Florida shoots up a school. It's an awesome way to talk.
Because that's mental illness. That's what the news will tell you.
I'm not saying
no, that's what they're
gonna tell you.
Young black boy, he's an active
so for those of you who
kind
cannot hear in case you cannot hear what's going on, the question was asked: white kid in Florida
go shoot up a school with an arsenal at his house.
With an arsenal at his house.
Why did you get that? Like, they didn't fight.
See, the thing is, go ahead.
You know, with Russian gentleman service, right? See, you're going to start talking to going into a rabbit hole, and most people don't want to go down the rabbit hole. When it comes to that demographic that you're talking about, it's just the arsenal is there. Now, why he wants to use an arsenal is the rabbit hole.
Facts. Why he wants to use it as opposed to why he has it.
Right, exactly. Now, is that if I was stateside, I'd have an arsenal.
Yes, I mean that's everybody. You would want to, you know, because it's just. I mean, but you got to think in Texas. You can land in Texas tomorrow. Go get you a gun
and put it
on your hip and show
that you have it, and just walk around freely. Nobody would.
Atlanta now too. So you can, it's open carry. It's
yeah.
no CCW, no
Open carry state. Yeah.
concealed weapon permit.
And you can get on a plane.
And I can get on a
Yeah,
plane.
you can check it in your bag.
I can check my plane in my luggage and go from city to city right now. Yes. Yes. Can fly to Texas tomorrow. Atlanta, Florida. Yeah, right now.
And go to a gun shop
Right now.
and say, hey, can I have a Glock?
Yes.
Yeah.
And get a chain and wear that motherfucker around. Yeah, right now.
Nobody will say anything.
Man, not a word. Not a word.
It's open. See,
It's open carry.
It's open carry state.
Open carry.
So that means you can openly carry your gun. Yes. Yes.
We can go to like the club and be like, yo, this thing, right?
So I went to Atlanta. I went to Atlanta. You know, we go to Atlanta.
Right.
So recently we were in Atlanta. This is my first trip in my adult years that I was in Atlanta and went to Walmart and didn't see somebody carrying a 100-round AR-15.
I'm sorry. What?
Nigga, Walmart, Target, grocery store, McDonald's. Like, walking around Walmart with the shoulder strap, with the AK.
I'm not. You know what?
Walmart right now.
I'm just doing Canada, bro.
I'm not.
You got
surprised.
Mounties, my boy. It's the Mountie police out there. They barely get guns.
No,
Yeah, you can barely have a gun. Yeah. So what I'm saying is a little different. So you know, even getting to the gun violence here. I mean, it's violence here. You know, we obviously it's violence everywhere. You know, it's gonna be violence in certain places. Money, egos, it's gonna be violence. But you know, it's so crazy because it's like, you know, to be in a place where guns are taboo. You know what I mean? Where we grew up, they're everywhere, like everywhere. Like
You said a word that I want to get your opinion on. Egos.
ego.
When it comes to people's egos locally, in terms of, I'm gonna say gang violence more than gun violence, because people getting stabbed now more than shot as well, right? So egos, how big of a thing is that when it comes down to people putting their egos aside to sort out a difference?
I mean, and see, here is a little different. If you say you were in the gangs, and I'm thinking mentally, right? I'm thinking like a person, like I say, we come from a different place. So I'm thinking like that. So if I know you don't got what I got, or there's a chance you might not have it on you, you know, you be more brazen to use it. You get what I'm saying? It's like nobody's gonna be shooting back at you. Nobody's gonna. You don't have that risk. You know what I mean? You haven't had one shootout where it was back and forth.
Back
you know
and
what I
forth,
mean?
right?
The knife fights, I don't know. Like I say, I try to stay out of all that business. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you got a crew of 10 guys with you, you think you're invincible here. You know what I mean? Versus in the States, that 10 turn into a negative 50. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not a threat to me no more. You know what I'm saying? But if you got 14 guys that's known to be troublemakers and they've been to jail when, you know, the gang territory, hang out wherever gang territories is, of course you're going to have this certain aura about them, you know, that, oh, he's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't mess with him. But you come with me 2 hours. Come take a 2-hour flight with me. That ego deflates. I done seen it, man. I kicked it with 200 people, 500 people from here. I done seen on the other side. It's never the same demeanor. And you know, and you shouldn't. You know what I mean? But you shouldn't, you know, but I try to carry the same demeanor. You're not gonna see me here rallying for peace and then go over there like, you know what I'm saying? Man, I don't believe
So in terms, I'm going to keep right on egos in terms and turn your mindset around to business now. In terms of egos, when it comes down to business and business owners, do you feel that would be a detriment to people in this country?
I mean, it's ego. The wrong ego in business will always be a detriment, because most of the time you know, what we don't put in perspective is the consumers hire and fire. You know, consumers fire you. The consumer keep you in business.
Facts.
So your ego trip, once the wrong customer get, and here, y'all got mattress lists. You know what I mean? You don't want to end up on mattress lists. And to let the public know, mattress list is a public profile on Facebook.
It's brutal, bro.
That when you have a business and your business ain't up to par, and somebody come patronize your business and ain't up to par,
brutal, bro.
Mattress list gonna take a cricket bat, a baseball bat, and smack your business all over the world if it ain't doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know, and that's just what it is. It's like, oh man, I don't want to be honest. See, but the United States so big, you might miss that one. Here, it's such a close quarter. Anything that go on mattress list, everybody gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? It gets wild, and I sit there and watch like, I'm not doing this.
I'm gonna just read the comments. I'm in the comment section.
And I think ego in a lot of things, man, it'll humble you. You know, another thing that going off ego and just going off that, you know, in some instances, the only way you will succeed is being narcissistic. You know what I mean? They be using these, oh, you're a narcissist. What you think highly of yourself? You think your work is great. You know what I mean? You think that you can win. You think you're a winner. You know what I'm saying? You think, now, I guess it's different levels to the narcissism, and I can understand. We can give you the definition. I'm a linguist, so we can definition you up. But what I'm saying is sometimes self-encouragement, self-pat on the back is what takes you to the next
level. Facts.
When
Statistically,
it comes to like CEOs,
narcissists
the ones that are narcissists
win.
and they win.
Fortune 500 narcissists. You gotta be. You gotta be. You have to be. You know, and
It's a buzzword now. Right? It's a buzzword now. You know, nowadays
narcissists. All of them big mega guys, Puffy. You know, they all narcissists. You gotta be. You have to be. You know, but 2001. We so used to tearing each other down in the relationships, as we spoke earlier. That's one of our favorite relationship words and terms. You're a narcissist. And you're a narcissist. And so you got to use different words to explain these different things because everybody got different traits. And you know, confidence you can mistake confidence for being a narcissist. You know what I mean? You can mistake a lot of different things for being a narcissist. But in this world, if you were a professional ball player at anything, you have to have some type of narcissism to get there. You know what I mean? Like, I am MJ. You can't find it. I don't think I can name a bigger one other than Prince. Other than the Purple Man himself. I don't think there's no bigger narcissist than Michael Jordan than Prince, man. Prince might be the only one bigger than Mike. Huh? Man, I'm trying to tell you, if you're gonna be great, you gotta have some type of narcissism in your bones, you know, and that's just what it is. To get to that level, that's where you want to be, you know. But ego, detrimental. Oh, that mind frame. The house life is gonna be horrid. I mean, you're gonna see. Another thing that I found out is that when you got a uber successful person, they may have to be a format, essentially. You know, and I'm not dissing nobody out in the public, but if you got a uber, like, think about the mates of the uber people, unless they both came together. You know what I'm saying? Of course, J and B, but B got to be some type of submissive somewhat. You know what I mean? But look at Oprah and Stedman. I ain't seen Stedman since '93. You know what I'm saying? And Stedman loaded on his own. You know what I'm saying?
It's all right.
Look at some of these powerful people and see where their mates are and who they are. You know, submissive, quiet, out the way. Go sit back, my boy. You get to the back. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it got to be like that when you reach that plateau because your mindset is different. You can't see regular. You know what I mean? It's just not in your vision, and that's part of the problem.
I think it was YouTube. They said Safari and Nicki Safari, and whoever Nicki Minaj's husband is, or the two that folded under their success. They should have just shut the fuck up and said
I mean,
because Nikki was, she was on top.
but Safari was doing all of that behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, when you reach a certain plateau, but you're not there yet, you're still impressionable. You know what I'm saying? You can have 100 million and still be impressionable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and she was in that position because when you think Nikki, you don't think Oprah. You know what I'm saying? You don't think that.
Yeah.
You still think, you know, that's just little Nikki. You know, Nikki might be worth 150. You know what I'm saying? But that's just Nikki. You know what I'm saying? Drake is different. Drake is a boss now. You know, Drake done reached that plateau now where, you know.
See, there's a dichotomy there that's split between the two, right? If you're an uber successful guy and you have a woman that's in the back, it works. If she wants to stay in the back.
If she wants to stay in the back.
But if you have an uber successful woman,
Mm-hmm.
you stay in the back. That ain't boy.
I mean, see, the difference is it's the gender reversal.
Yeah,
Us as alpha males in a household, we some of the most respectful people in the world.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, this is my kingdom. This is my
Mhm.
domain. This is my parish. This is where I am. We are equal as human beings. But baby, this is I'm responsible for leading this household. If somebody come up to you, smack the hell out of you, I'm gonna have to smack the I gotta defend
Right,
you.
right,
You know, if somebody come
right.
attack my castle,
Yeah.
I gotta defend you. You know what I'm saying? If that roof go down, baby, you're not getting your ass up on that roof. I'm going to go do that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is, you know. But we don't like to talk about that. Everybody want to be equal, baby. You want to go? My stomach hurt tonight, baby. I told the toilet up. Go get the plunger. You know, we're not doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just being
No,
real
facts.
with you. I'm being
Facts.
real
No,
with you.
true.
I'm being real
So
with you.
so tell me something.
Veneers.
We small here, but I'm sure you've been on road trips before.
Mm-hmm.
Should the guy do all the driving?
Hell no. Hell no. You can't. You're not Superman.
You know what?
You do. You want to run.
Across country, Washington
Cross
State,
country.
California, through I-4 or I-10?
Nigga, I lived in Seattle, so I did the Washington to Atlanta. Nigga, I ain't driving by myself. If I drive by myself, I'm stopping at every hotel, every other hotel.
Hey, I did most of it. And I got tired, right? You know, stop.
Yes.
Food, good Mexican food.
Yeah.
Mexico and Arizona, Texas. Baby, I need to rest. Hey, I don't know.
Oh shit.
Listen.
I don't know.
It's all drivers.
I'm asking you this, right? I'm asking you this. There was something that came across my timeline, right? And I can't even remember the girl's name, but she was like she felt that the guy should drive all the time.
So she also feel that if she bring 19 girls to her birthday party, that I'm supposed to pay for all 19. So she believe that too, right? You know, and I'm just being 100. Like, why are we the only culture with such unrealistic expectations?
Of everything.
I mean, of everything. Everything is unrealistic. Like, we got the most
I think that's
expectations
unrealistic.
ever.
Yeah, no.
Like, driving home, I made the worst decision ever by telling, sit the fuck back, I'm driving. The whole way. I'm driving from Atlanta to New York.
Oh no.
Man,
Bro, you get tired, bro.
I'm
You
driving
get
Atlanta to
tired,
New York,
bro.
right? I'm in West Virginia. One of the most racist. I'm like,
On the planet,
damn,
West
I will
Virginia?
get tired in West Virginia.
Bruh.
I'm tired as hell in West Virginia.
No doubt.
I'm like, no way. Okay, this was what we gonna do. And then, you know, I ain't trying to TMI, but I ain't going to the bathroom nowhere but the hotel at my house.
Okay.
So I done got a room for 85 minutes. You know what I'm saying? On the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done got a room for 85 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do my business and,
No doubt.
you know, I ate the wrong food at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, no doubt.
I gotta go get a room right quick, right? You know what I'm saying? Then we get back on this road. So
Facts.
I'm real picky, and if you like that, then you can be my co-pilot. Cause I get tired. I done learned my lesson. Superman don't exist, man. Even though men, we are held with no unconditional love for us.
I went to school in South Carolina. I used to go to the Hurricanes is my team, right? Miami's my team,
Miami,
right?
yes.
So every Friday, whenever Miami used to have home games, I would leave South Carolina and drive down. Yeah, bro. No. This is like 8, 7. Yeah, it's like 7, 8 hours.
Because Atlanta to Tallahassee 6 hours, and we get an hour back.
Maybe 9.
Hey,
if I'm looking about
close to
9,
Miami.
9.5.
Yeah, about 8 hours. Atlanta about 8 hours. South Carolina,
about 9. Yeah, it's about 9 hours, bro.
Yeah.
So I used to leave half day. My class ended 12 o'clock. I'm on the highway. 1 o'clock. Just driving straight down 10 hours. I used to do it every other weekend. Right. Then I had these friends that they were from DC, and they would drive from South Carolina to DC probably like every 2 weeks.
What? We did it every week. Like
they would load up the car. Yeah, that's like
And it was clockwork every Friday. I did it every Friday. I left Wisconsin every Friday.
But it's just that driving through.
And then what I did was
Detroit.
So I did my classes to where we didn't have class on Friday.
On Friday,
so my class ended
12. Mine's ended 12 o'clock. Yeah,
12 o'clock on Thursday, and we hit the road. 3 o'clock we'd be on the road going towards 3 o'clock we'd be on the road going towards Detroit, and it was a 7-hour drive, but I was an hour behind in Wisconsin. So when I got to Wisconsin, I gained an hour.
Oh, right.
When I left, I lost an hour when I got to Detroit. So we used to leave 6 hours, but 7. It'll be 7 with the extra hour when I get to Detroit. But every Friday, we hopped in the car, gassed up.
I think my limit is 6, bro. I think 6 hours is my limit where I'm just like, where I live
both coasts, so I done live East Coast, West Coast, in the South. You know, I'm born in the Midwest, so we done drove. You know what I mean? But as far as driving, you need a partner.
Yes, bro. For me, it's 6. I know my limit. 6 hours. That's it.
I go sleep. Man, shout out Montreal. I ain't had a ball like that out of town, man. Montreal is an amazing place.
No, it is. It's nice.
Montreal, oh my God.
It's a nice
Montreal.
I can say this about Montreal. Leaving Toronto and getting to Montreal is like you're from Toronto to Europe.
Yes, it's Europe. Yes. And I'll never forget that taxi driver. Toby, when I catch you in Montreal, we have to have a conversation. You know what you did, Toby. You know what you did. Taxi driver, African taxi driver, only speak French.
Oh shit!
Until he called the police on me. He spoke good English. Toby, I'll see you again. 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to go to the airport. Toby tried to wood me. I said, okay, Toby. All right. No, he ain't trying to fight me, but he tried to
pull one over.
Pull a fast one over. Right. Going to the airport. Yeah, no meters, no nothing. Toby, I remember you, boy. Oh man. Got to the airport, spoke the most flawless Harvard English I ever heard in my life. I'm saying, I done been duped. You know, but yeah, man, the road trip is lit, man. Road trip all over the globe. I love it.
Man. If you have not poured yourself a drink by now, you still got time to do so. We still got a few minutes left in this.
Good energy, man. Nothing but good energy. Good vibes.
So let's focus on what's coming up. Mm-hmm. What you got going on in terms of future endeavors?
Man, my hand's so tired right now, man. Urban Construction Services. CNG Construction, couple T's. We got so much going on right now, but musically, that's a whole nother genre. I got some, I don't want to say too much, man. I don't want to say too much. I hate talking too much. I hate saying anything. I've been taught. But yeah, y'all ain't happy for me anyway, so y'all don't But yeah, man, I got some TV shows, movie scores, TV scores as far as the music.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm jumping in a different game.
Okay.
Basically, what I do is I hate the business of the business side of music. Just globally. You got to be used. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. It's very few situations to where you're not gonna be used in a way where your character might take a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've been in too many situations where money couldn't solve the problem for me to want to just sacrifice all my character and integrity for some money. You know, you never know, you never learn until you get some problems that money can't solve. And when you get the problems, the last thing you're gonna do is sacrifice everything that you got for some money. You know, I had some very good musical situations going all the way back 20 years, man. Like high value situations, but they weren't good for me in the long run. You know, I would have had to get my hands dirty in other factions and do different things, and it's just a dirty game. I mean, all these music labels and don't nobody look like me. You know, at the head. You know, at the head of the team. It's not one. You know what I mean? It's crazy and it's sad that the revenue that urban music people that look like us generate, we're not even getting the 10th of it. You know what I mean? And it's not all about money, but I love music so much that this is a stress reliever for me. This is my out. This is my what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? So when that's real, you can't bait me with nothing else that I already have. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I didn't take the record deal route. I got so many people like, bro, you should have had a deal. You don't know how many DMs I get when I drop something. Why you ain't on yet? They gotta be something about you. So people think it's an asterisk by me because I ain't just jumped and roll somebody else's coattail. You know what I'm saying? I got songs with some of your favorites from back in the day. You know what I mean? And I don't even want to name them because I'm a current guy. You know what I'm saying? It's what have you done for me lately as a man? I don't care what you did in 2009. It don't benefit you right now. It don't, you know, as far as your accomplishments.
Where do you think that your music, since we're on you, where do you think that your music would take you?
See, the thing is the reason why the topics that I speak about, the places that it could take me is endless, is because I'm actually giving you game and knowledge in everything that I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you a blueprint so you don't take some of the same steps that a lot of these guys taking. Like, I'm speaking from a psychologist mindset. Like, you know, I'm trying to give you game about the pitfalls that you can run into. You know what I mean? Instead of telling you what I've done before. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not give you that information. That's not, you know, years ago. We're not doing that right now. So I can't rap about that. I hate, you know, an artist that got superb talent and I hear them talking about all these different things. I kill your mama and I shoot this and I shoot. I mean, whatever floats your boat, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to tell people that's listening to me that because I know what comes along with that. You know what I mean? Mine's is a little different. I done been on the wrong side. You know what I'm saying? I had to pay. I had to pay the price. You know what I'm saying? For networking on the wrong side. You know, and that misstep calculated everything else that's happening for me now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, business owning and multiple hands and multiple different pots. But like I said, my music is to give you a revelation of what's going on and what's happening and what to look out for.
I find it to definitely everything you said. That's how I find your music.
And I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
it. I every time I show support, show love
every time,
and definitely appreciate the work that you do.
I'm grateful. Appreciate
so, what will or are you looking to make a future step in music, or are you looking to make a future step in these other
Well,
entities
it's
that
no,
you're
it's
in?
no way music won't be a part of my life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I will go into it, but I can't because y'all really care. Y'all don't care. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't care. I just want to gossip about me. But you know, you know, no matter what day I wake up on this globe, I'ma generate something from music. You know what I'm saying? And I can't tell you how.
Mhm.
But like I said, some of your favorites, don't be honest with y'all. You know what I mean? Because they ain't doing it all themselves. Man, we just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna just be quiet. No matter what day I wake up on this globe, every year I'm gonna make something off this music. You know what I mean? Whether it's public knowledge to you or not.
Right,
You know,
right,
you know, you see what I mean? So
right.
I can't
Yeah,
basically dive
yeah.
into it, but like I say, the privacy and the confidentiality is
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because I don't do this for the clout.
It's hard. It's hard
I
to
don't
speak
care
on
about
certain
that.
things
Yeah,
that
I can't.
certain people hear, and you're like, if you,
You know,
only knew.
it's certain things I can
It's that-
say
yeah,
right here that I have my phone going retarded tomorrow. Stay where you at. You know what I'm saying? Stay where you
Yeah,
at. I
yeah.
like it like that. Stay where you
Okay.
at, because by the time you find out what I'm really doing,
On to the next one.
you won't even be able to reach me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to email me. You're gonna have to do something like that. These numbers ain't gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? So,
I got you.
and that's basically what it is. It's like music will be a part of my life till I die.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's nothing else that make me feel like that.
How do you feel about the music culture that we have on this island?
You want me to be the truth or a lie?
Ice not included.
Ice not included. Okay, this is the truth about, and I can generalize it in a lot of different things. This is a small country, right? Less than 15 years ago, this was a highly culture motivated place. Less than 15 years ago, together, highly cultured. I wasn't here, but you know, I do my research everywhere I go. I probably know this place a lot more than some Bermudians. You know what I'm saying? The history. So, the culture 15 years ago was like this. So when your culture is like this, you used to this. James, good job. Auntie, James, you did a wonderful job. James, you got the baddest fucking music on the planet, James. James, you the baddest footballer on the planet, James. You know, but when it's somebody else, James ain't clapping. Because James so used to getting clapped for, he don't know how to let that ego down and say, fucking Jim is good as well.
Right.
Good job, Jim. Jim, let's work together.
Right,
Jim.
right.
You pretty dope. Nah, James want to be the only one on top. He want to do it by himself. If James not performing, he don't care who on the stage. And that's what I'm seeing here. You know, people try to say,
facts.
We don't like celebrities. It's because of your ego. We don't care about celebrities. We don't care. I'm not worshiping the ground nobody walk on. You know, but if I see somebody that I like and there's an opportunity to spark up a conversation, nothing about his career, we might have a conversation. You know, right. I done been in 7,000 celebrities and I never bring up their occupation. You know what I'm saying? I never bring up their occupation. That's the last thing they want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So what I think is that the Bermudian culture is we clap for us individually. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But collectively, boo. You know what I mean? And and it's bad for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a budding star where you overlooked him 3 times. Yeah. And he just quit. Yeah. His confidence shot now. You know what I mean? And you done threw away your next Jimi Hendrix, your next Andre 3000, your next whatever, because you not used to showing love. You know what I'm saying? In this place right here, if you not mentally sound, anything you do, you will fail at.
How
you know
big
what I mean?
do you think, like having things like open mics and the true sticks and the things like that influence the music culture? Well, because I mean, we haven't seen open mics since pre-COVID, right?
No, I did one. It's one Sunday. I did 2. Okay. It's one Sunday. True Stick Sunday.
Yeah.
Blue Water Anglers.
Yeah, Blue Water Anglers.
Yeah, and I did one in December. Right. Yeah, I smoked one in December. I did one in November. I did them for the last couple months. Shout out Gavin, shout out True Stick, man. Wonderful people, man, and they want to put on for the culture. But my thing is you know, the bark is bigger than the bite. You know what I mean? And when the bark is bigger than the bite, it's either your ego's too big for you to come out, or you're not really confident. So you don't want to come to the small room and get put on blast because you don't want. And some people, it's not enough people, or it's not, man. Art and creativity is art and creativity.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 3
Yes.
See, you know, we got this diva mentality here. There's a lot of divas. It's divaville. You know what I mean? And love y'all. You know, I love everybody. But when it comes to different crafts, and I done played basketball, I done played football, I done did the music, I done been in every studio here that can possibly be a studio. And what I see is if it's not their song, these go low. Man, I'm getting 10,000 views on these tracks and 8, 9, 10,000 views, but 300 likes. You know what I'm saying? So you
do you feel that people downplay their craft, like they downplay it more or less because they're not getting that attention?
I mean, yeah, and this comes to me syndrome. If they ain't clapping for you, man, I rap sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But granny, boy to granny, this is what you want to do in your life, son. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time to come out and showcase, oh man, I rap a little bit, and I'm shy, but you ain't working on your craft. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's like no matter what you do, you got to work at it, and you got to practice. You got to do something at it, and or the next young boy who really working harder than you, it's gonna show. You know what I mean?
It's gonna show.
That's what I've been seeing. You know, the consistency here is down here. Consistency is under the ground. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. You guys, but the talent level here for the general world not to be on it, astro-freaking-nomical.
Facts.
On every level. Singing, rapping, instrument. I can go find 15 people and tour the globe like a circus and make $20 million a year. Straight Bermudian. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely,
the collectiveness is gone. It's out the door. They rather worry about 9 to 5 and Bermudians love to drink. Bermudians, nigga, you don't have one. You work more money, right? I mean, this is absolutely true, but it comes down to is money your goal or self-fulfillment? You know, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying, what is it about? Because if I'm doing it for the money, if I was doing something for the money, y'all would have never met me. We would have never met each other. It would have been no reason for me to come here. I could have done everything I needed to do here over there. You know what I'm saying? If it was about the money, I wouldn't have been here. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, in a small, regulated country like this, you're going to always have a glass ceiling. I don't care what you involved in or what you do, how good you do it, you're going to hit somewhere where somebody is less talented than you might be above you. You know, in a lot of cases, it's like that. Because it comes down to nepotism. And they pass these jobs down. And I don't want to rabbit hole y'all to death, but glass ceiling country right here. And that's just what it is. That's the facts. You know?
Straight facts.
Glass ceiling university right here.
If you have not poured yourself a drink by now you're late. Now you're late.
Now you late. I had a full cup.
See? Now you're late.
I got a spritzer right now.
You late. We're gonna wrap this one up. And I'm saying that because I know you're not gonna be far in the future. In terms of getting you back here.
Oh man. I'm chiming in every week from here on out. Now I won't be, it might not be sitting right here, but y'all hear this raspy voice.
We'll get the boom mic so that everybody else in the room can be heard.
We're gonna turn this into a collective, so we're gonna have some few other people.
We're gonna free it up a little bit
and get some opinions in the studio and try to big up this engagement. Because y'all need to hear this. This is a valuable platform. I appreciate you.
Yes, bro. Thank you for coming through.
Man, I'm grateful.
And I'm grateful that you were able to spit the knowledge and facts that you spoke,
see me,
and obviously give your opinion on
certain
things, right? I feel as if we've touched a lot of topics that some people now need to go back and speak on outside of just watching this podcast, right?
And I'm glad.
And so my purpose of obviously building this podcast is for that. It's for people to take these conversations and actually have them. Take these conversations and actually talk about them, because it's these things that will actually make us be better individually, but also as a collective that's able to work together, right?
This place,
Because if we can't have these conversations, right, if we're hiding and running from these conversations, nobody's ever going to have them. They'll be buried away, and people will just start brushing stuff under the rug.
I mean, because it's a bias. It's gonna be biased if they from here. I got a different scope of how to see this. Like before I moved here, I thought the U.S. was everything, and I got to spend years living abroad. Like damn, we fucked up too. You know, probably even worse than a lot of. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know. Yeah, they kill everybody. You know, and it's like just being able to step outside of what I'm used to, being able to, you know, move here and live here, and, you know, get involved in the culture. I get to see I get to see it with a non-biased view. You know,
that's a good way to look at it. It's a great way to look at it. All right. So again, if you have not poured yourself a drink by now, you are late. We didn't have a drink of the week this week. We still on Bacardi this week. Next week, and who knows? It'll go that way. If you have a drink that you favor, a drink that you like, you've been to the bar lately, you just told the bartender, "Hey, make me something." You liked it. Send us a message and let us know what it was, what's the ingredients of, and we can post that up as the drink of the week. All right. Also, for all my bartenders out there, you want to make sure you get in touch with us. Send us your information, what bar you work at, and we can actually have you on our Bar Talk series. That will be starting later on this year. So for all the bartenders that are into just pouring drinks and talking shit, Bar Talk is a place that you want to be at. All right. So all my bartenders, make sure you hit us up on our Instagram, or you can email us info.ontheRocks@gmail.com. And of course, our Insta is on.d.rocs. All right. Bro, who you got to shout out this week?
Man, I'm shouting out everybody. Shout out CNG Construction. Shout out Couple T's. Shout out Mike Dill. Shout out Nocturnal Entertainment. Shout out Only Rock. Shout out Detroit. Shout out Detroit Lions.
Hey,
shout out to Detroit.
They doing their thing. They doing their thing.
With us, man.
I got Detroit and Baltimore.
Detroit and Baltimore
going through to the Super Bowl. That's a crazy story.
Most viewed. You got to think last week was the most viewed Detroit.
Yeah, that game was
most viewed game.
That game was
32
wild.
years or something, 35 years or something.
So Detroit and Baltimore would be
Super Bowl. That's my call. That's my call. That's my call.
Playing
Detroit,
in Vegas.
Detroit and Baltimore is my call.
Detroit and
where I would not be
Vegas.
Vegas, but Detroit
and Baltimore. No, where you wouldn't want to be.
Where you wouldn't
is Detroit and Baltimore.
No fact.
That's when Vegas. The people in Detroit and Baltimore you need to worry about. Not gonna be in Vegas. I trust you that. I was $15 a ticket. They ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
Tickets about to be crazy.
Hey, about
$17 a ticket. You got $150,000 VIP box. 50-yard line. Easy for this game. It's about to be crazy, man. And that's what 5 people or some shit like that.
Easy.
It's about to be crazy.
Yeah.
You know how much money the Super Bowl generate? This is gonna be
on
like
a regular basis.
$60 billion weekend.
Wow.
Man. $30 billion weekend.
February 11th.
Yeah,
February 11th. So we got championships this weekend.
This week. So we got the championships this week. Baltimore and Baltimore and Kansas City.
And Kansas City, I'm sorry.
Baltimore play Kansas City this week.
Yeah, they got
Detroit
the
play San Francisco.
On Sunday, yeah.
See, this is actually when I actually really start watching.
Yeah, that'll be pretty big. That'll be pretty big for them. All right, you guys. I got a big shout out going out to Shay, of course. Once again, we'll catch you soon. Big shout out to you. Thank you very much going out to Nocturnal for having us. I got to shout out the whole Team No Sleep family. Big shout out to you guys. And yeah, that's it. That's it for this week for me and my shout outs. We will catch you next week, same time.
On
same
D
place,
ROCS.
On
Appreciate
D
you,
ROCS.
baby.
Again, if you have not poured yourself a drink by now,
You're late.
Join us on YouTube. You can catch this episode all over again on YouTube. And of course, don't forget to check back previous episodes that we've put up on YouTube. If you're checking this out on Twitch, you only have a few days left before it deletes itself. So don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave us your comments and we'll get back to you. All right. Outside of that, we out.
Let's get it.
Peace.
On the road.